Hello everybody, welcome back to this YouTube channel. You may have noticed I've been gone for about 7 months, and to my 107 subscribers, I am deeply sorry. But hey, no time like the present, so I just wanted to say Merry 2026. We have made it, and this year has been pretty great, I think. Ignorance is bliss. With the Oscars just around the corner, at least for me, they're gonna be tomorrow at Sunday. This will be posted after. It's a little weird how I'm doing this, but it'll make sense in just a moment. By the time you guys are watching this, we already have our winners, as you can so nicely see in this little area right here. Thought that looked pretty cool. I thought it'd be nice to watch, review, rank, and predict the winners of the Oscars of 2026 with a little game sprinkled in. So throughout this video, I'm going to be making predictions. I'm going to be casting my votes, and with every vote that I get wrong, a toxic waste will be added into a bin, which I'll be eating at the end of this video. Hopefully it's not a lot though, because I really hate sour shit. So this video is very new and unlike anything I've ever done, but if you take a proper gander at my channel, almost nothing is like anything I've ever done. This will be a mix of review, ranking, predictions, my likes, my negatives, all of the above, and I'm just going to ramble and just gonna sit there and watch and consume every waking moment of it. You little dullard. If you don't know what that word means, I literally had to search it up for this video just to find a way to make fun of you. I'm so sorry. Marty Supreme, directed by Josh Safdie, starring Timothée Chalamet, Odessa Izon, Gwyneth Paltrow, and Tyler Acoma. Yes, that Tyler.
I'm an eagle.
This has been maybe the most buzziest film all award season, and that's mainly due to the fact that the Best Actor nominee, starring 30-year-old teenager Timothée Chalamet. At the core, this film is a man in pursuit of his dreams with little regard for what happens to everybody else. A master of guilt and making you fall for his charisma, which Chalamet has a lot of in this. His performance is very engaging, and watching this for the first time in the cinema, within the very first frame, I was hooked. Josh Safdie injects the same serum he used in Good Times and Uncut Gems, and man, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I really enjoyed my time with this film. It's such an adrenaline-filled ride, and it's a commitment to the editing, because this feels very bum rushy the entire time, but it never feels like, okay, they're doing too much, and I really appreciated that. The performances in this are impeccable. Timothée Chalamet delivers, I think, my favorite performance of his. Odessa Izon is so brutal and heartbreaking, and every scene that she gave, all of it lied in her expressions, which I really felt for her in that one moment with Marty and Rachel.
All right, I gotta tell you something, Rachel. All right, it's not intended to be mean. I have a purpose. You don't. My life is the product of all the choices I've had to make. Your life is the product of, I don't even know what your life is the product of. You're just making it up as you go along. That's the kind of person you are. That's not the kind of person I am, okay?
And even characters like Mr. Rockwell, played by Mr. Wonderful, Karen O'Leary, everybody just gives a great performance in this. And there was never a dull moment where I felt like it was going too long or it should have been shorter. I really enjoyed my time with this. This is probably my most rewatched film of the Oscar-nominated ones, just because there's so much in here to have to appreciate on multiple watches. I had a phenomenal time with this film, and it's undoubtedly one of my favorites of the year and one of my favorites in this category. And if you're just hating on this because of the drama that's going on with Timothée Chalamet, I really don't know what to tell you, man. You really just hate fun. Going into this movie, I really had no idea what it was about. Like most of the films in this category, I didn't watch any trailers, any plot details. So going into this, all I really knew was that Emma Stone's character was kidnapped by Jesse Plemons because his character was convinced that she was an alien set on ruling the world. And after watching it, I'm just really truly amazed at how original, weird, and creative this movie was. While yes, I do know it's an adaptation of Save the Green Planet, that doesn't really change the fact that this movie had so much to offer. The performances are chilling and unsettling in a way that puts you in a state of discomfort, while the whole time you're asking yourself, is two-time Academy Award winner Emma Stone really an Andromedan set on destroying the world under the guise of the billionaires that corrupt this planet? Yes. Yes, she is. And the entire time you're running in this back and forth whether she is or she isn't, and that's nothing but great writing by Will Tracy. This film is a lot more than aliens harvesting our resources. It's about how we as a society push the blame onto others to justify our own crude actions. How we act as though we are better than the ones we despise, but when you take a step back, almost none of these characters are good. Just as people in our world claim to be better than them, their actions are just as savage. I have nothing but high praise for this movie. I literally knew nothing about it and I came out loving it more than I thought I would. Even the cinematography was so great. I haven't seen browns pop up this well in such a long time. This film is shot really pretty and every frame of it can be fucking framed in the Louvre. All in all, a fantastic film that many people Frankenstein together to create something visually and narratively impactful. Speaking of Frankenstein, Guillermo del Toro did his big one here. This is one of his passion projects, and man, am I glad he got the chance to make it. This movie looks so gorgeous. The gothic look of everything feels so fantastical. The world is crafted so beautifully, shot so colorfully and so brightly that it is generally a disservice that this was not released in theaters. The shots have so much in them and deserve to be seen on the biggest screen possible. Oscar Isaac as Victor Frankenstein is honestly really well done here. Although the first half does feel a little slow, the film does shift its focus to the creature, and that's when everything truly opens up. Del Toro does what he does best. He takes these beautiful tragic souls that have been wronged and makes something beautiful out of them. Hellboy, Shape of Water, Pinocchio. He has always had a gift for that and he does it again here. Jacob Elordi is an all-star performance and I don't think it's a hot take to say that. It's hard to act like a child, but he does it in a way that's so nuanced and so natural that it's really hard not to give him all the credit in the world. Monstrous when he needs to be, and soft and warm and sensitive when he needs to be as well. His transformation physically and emotionally is unmatched in this category. They did such a phenomenal job of honoring what Mary Shelley always intended, that the creature is not a monster but a soul that was wronged and just wants to love and be loved. No matter who you are, no matter how you look or where you come from, there is one undistinguishable fact about all of us. All of us deserve love, and love is the light that brings us out of darkness, and Guillermo del Toro did a phenomenal job with this film.
I'm offering you an open seat in Formula One. The only place you could say, if you win, you are the absolute best in the world.
Cars and Damson Idris. I got two kind of heartbeats, if you know what I'm saying. That's all you're really gonna get from me out of this film. I really enjoyed the racing sequences. Everything felt really nice. Watching this in a theater was kind of adrenaline punching, and as a guy who loves cars, I really don't have anything else to say other than that. The technical aspect was really impressive as well. I saw some of the scenes on how they shot this using a Sony camera that I can't really name right now because I'm a fraud filmmaker. Other than that, I had a great time with F1. I don't really see how this got nominated for Best Picture, but yeah. There's something very beautiful about this film that I don't see enough people talking about. It's so simple, it's such a heartbreaking, true and realistic story. Growing up around people that all they knew was survival, working night and day, hardly being able to see their families, I kind of found myself liking this a lot, and I even related to it. Joel Edgerton as Robert Grainer is so silent, so still. He doesn't say a lot in this film, but you feel everything. Felicity Jones as Gladys just makes you feel at home, and that's really all we want, isn't it? To go back home to the people that we love. There's a certain feeling I got from this film that I can't really shake. And that is the anticipation of grief. That feeling like you're about to lose something, and if you miss it, you will actually lose it. Robert carries that weight the entire runtime of this film. Constantly working, constantly providing, constantly wondering, am I working too much? Are they going to walk away from me? Am I going to lose this? And when that loss hits him, it's unlike anything he's ever felt before. It's like he couldn't even fathom what grief actually was. He doesn't know how to accept it. He just keeps looking, he keeps going. And I personally deeply relate to that. As someone who also anticipates grief around the corner, not wanting my loved ones to walk away from me, it's incredibly relatable. Big shout out to cinematographer Adolfo Veloso. Every frame of this looks like a painting, and I generally think that this is one of the better shot films in this category. This is a film I'm not seeing enough appreciation for, and that's really honestly disheartening because I really had a great time with this, and it's such a short film. It's on Netflix. I feel like you can pop it in and really enjoy it, but not without giving out a few tears along the way. I truly believe that this is a film that will gain a cult following through the following years, and I really can't wait to see that. This was great. Fuck, this was so good, man. Stellan Skarsgård gives such a compelling performance here, and there is something almost ironic about who his character is in this film and what he does for a living. As someone who has their own complications with their parents, watching someone who wasn't always there try to force their way back because they think now they have the right to, I found that incredibly moving and incredibly real. I'm going to mispronounce these names, so just for the sake of it, bear with me. Renate Rensva and Inga Ipsdottir Elias are phenomenal together. The chemistry between them as siblings is something genuinely rare in film. You can feel that they care for one another in a way that is very hard to manufacture. For my own sanity, this is going to be a one-time watch because, man, that needle drop at the end, fuck. At its core, this is a film about a man who doesn't know how to show his love for his daughters. Doesn't know how to show what they mean to him. The only way he knows how is through his art, and while that may be a little derivative on paper, I don't think one form is less valid than another. This film understands that with a tenderness that I haven't seen in a long time.
Bye.
Why?
Bye.
Why?
I'm taking off the glasses for this one. What I got was the most heartbreaking, emotional story about how love can persevere through anything. How stories matter more than anything in this world. How they can keep our loved ones who have passed alive for much longer than we ever knew them. Jessie Buckley here undeniably gives the best performance I have ever seen, and that's not to shun any of the other nominees in the actress category, but man, this is something that will be studied for generations to come. So many moments in this film where even talking about it right now, it makes me a little emotional. She delivers the most definitive version of what I can only assume grief looks like, what doubt looks like, what agony looks like. She is the heart of this film. Paul Mescal has very few scenes, and he is a man without words. He doesn't know what to say, so he expresses his grief for his son through art, through Hamlet, even changing the ending because that's what he would hope for in reality. Every scene made me want to cry, and man, did I cry a lot. If it wasn't for the next two films in this category being the behemoths that they are, without a doubt in my mind, this would be my pick for Best Picture. This movie changed the way I see grief. It changed the way I am, to be honest, and Chloe Zhao really created something special here, and like I said, this is going to be a film that's going to be studied for generations to come, and I honestly love that.
Hey, thank you, Sensei. Thank you, Sensei. Thank you. God damn it! Viva la revolution!
One Battle After Another is an absolute Goliath in this category. Obviously, I'm recording this before the Oscars, that this film is going to sweep all across the board. Incredible director, incredible cast, incredible performances, incredible set pieces, incredible writing. Like, this is the Oscar film when you think about Oscar films. The trailer promised so much, so rapidly, and I had no idea what to expect walking in, but it delivered. The cinematography here captures both the beauty and the ugliness of everything on screen, and man, that sound design is phenomenal. Those gunshots hit you in the chest, the cars roar, the emotional confrontations land with devastating clarity, and the score kept me clenched in my seat the entire time. Leonardo DiCaprio is the GOAT. I don't think it's a hot take to say that. Undeniably one of the greatest actors to live in our time. But the true revelation for me was Chase Infinity, because my God, she commands the screen with a performance that is electric, vulnerable, and absolutely star-making. Just based off of this being her first film? She's going places, absolutely. Now, this film tackles uncomfortable but honestly necessary topics. Conversations about race, immigration, politics, and power in today's America. Anderson doesn't pick sides in a simplistic way, but he sure has a hell of a moral compass. The film frustrates both the left and right while never losing sight of whose stories matter most. The representation in this film meant something to me personally. Seeing my people on screen, feeling that intentionally in an era where our government wants to silence marginalized voices, we need filmmakers like Paul Thomas Anderson who give a voice to the voiceless. This movie made me uncomfortable, it made me angry, it made me proud, it made me excited, it made me rageful, it made me stressed. And I truly believe that these movies, with these topics, with these conversations, still have a place in this world. This is one of the craziest, most immersive experiences I have ever felt in a theater. Those aspect ratios shifts made me feel something I have never felt before. It widens when things are big and beautiful and tightens up when things get real, pulling you right into the scene. I have never watched or experienced something that made me feel so emotionally in sync with what I was watching on screen. Ryan Coogler deserves to be mentioned in the same breath as Anderson, Scorsese, Gerwig, Coppola, Spielberg, all of the greats. This movie feels like a love letter to film, to music, to black culture, to his grandfather, to the blues, to us, to every young creative trying to make something in this world. The characters, Smoke, Stack, Annie, I knew them for 2 hours and I was already ride or die for all of them. Every single person had weight, had mistakes, had purpose. You feel something for them whether they're laughing and dancing or fighting and dying. And that is real storytelling. This movie has had a great boost in popularity, and I don't think that's an exaggeration. This film has been re-released time and time again. There have been sold out screenings for this in IMAX and 70mm. This has been the biggest conversation of the award season. Sinners and One Battle After Another going for Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, and I will get into my picks for those segments, but I will say this now. Michael B. Jordan is electric in this film, and I saw an interview with Wunmi Mosaku. I know I'm mispronouncing that. Jordan gave Stack dimples and Smoke none, made him very stoic, and that is just incredible because even in my rewatch you can notice that he plays two completely different characters with such specific details, the way they walk, the way they carry themselves, the way they even look different. This is an achievement not enough people are talking about. This movie has so much to say and so much popularity for a reason. People love this film because they connect with it, they see themselves in it, they relate to it. This movie has inspired so many creatives just to go make things, to make something that reminds them of the people they love. And I know I'm one of them. I don't think there are enough words to truly appreciate Ryan Coogler's mind. The best part is that he's just getting started. And as much as I can't wait for what he makes next, because let's be honest, I'm going to be there day fucking one, I don't mind sitting with this movie a little longer even after the award season, because it's that great. Undoubtedly, this is, I don't really know how Oscar night is gonna turn out, but this is my pick for Best Picture. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. And if it happens, then holy shit, that would be incredible, and it would be such a celebration across the board. But this is my opinion. If you guys don't agree with it, please be respectful in the comments. But yeah, moving on to the torture part. Yeah, let's move on to the torture part. I'm gonna read it off the thing here because I didn't memorize this part. So, all right. So I'm obviously recording this before the Oscars, and I thought it would be silly old fun. I thought every prediction that I get wrong, we add a toxic waste into a bin, which I will be eating at the end of this video. So let's hope for my sake it's not bad, because like I said, I really hate sour shit. So here's how this works. I'm re-explaining it for those of you who have a lizard brain and need things reintroduced to you. It's okay. Me too, don't worry about it. For each category, I'm going to be making a prediction. For example, if I say Jessie Buckley wins Best Actress and it ends up being Rose Byrne, which would still be a great win, then one toxic waste goes into the bin. Simple as that. They're going to slowly be accumulating as we go through each category, and after the Oscars are over, I'm going to count all my tallies, and for each one I got wrong, I'm going to suffer on candid camera. I just realized I didn't explain the rules very clearly, so I'm going to do this. So there's going to be a ribbon with gold. That's going to be what actually won. I'm going to put my picture next to my choice. And then the final one, which is directing and Best Picture, is going to just be the winner. And then my pick before that. I'm explaining this very bad, but I hope it makes sense. There will be a tally counter in the corner for how many candies I have to eat. Please, please don't be mean. I barely figured this out. Bye.
And now Luasi presents his Oscar 2026 picks. Supporting Actress, Costume Design, Makeup and Hair, Casting, Actor in a Supporting Role, Adapted Screenplay, Original Screenplay, Production Design, Visual Effects, Original Score, Song, Film Editing, Cinematography, Actor, Actress, and my picks for Best Director and Sinners for Best Picture. Congratulations to Paul Thomas Anderson and One Battle After Another.
Alright, this is like my fourth time trying to record this. One, because my house is very loud right now. There's a current party going on. And two, because I had to unwrap all of these. I didn't know toxic waste were so difficult to open. There's a total of about 8 in there, just so you can see. Before I put myself through this, let me get my water right here. Before I put myself through this, tonight was a great night for movies.
And the Oscar goes to Michael B.
Wherever you stand on Sinners, One Battle, Hamnet, all of these other nominees, all these great movies, you can't deny that this has been such a great year for artists, for creatives, for filmmakers, for actors, for cinematographers, for sound editors, for writers. Oscar night has always been in celebration of these people, and it's all, I had a blast, I had fun. Conan O'Brien brings such a great personality, and he makes fun of things that I never thought one would make on live television, but I was entertained, I had fun, and I guess the Michael B. Jordan win makes up for the Sinners loss. But in my eyes, these are all great movies. These are all great nominees. And I can't wait to see more of each and every one of these artists and creatives. And I'm going to be here next year doing the same thing. Hopefully, maybe attending. I'm going to have to lock in for that. Here is to movies. Here is to cinema. Cinema is the one thing that we can still go out to enjoy with others, and when those lights go down, we all share a pulse that is filmmaking. And it can be an emotional ride, it can be a suspenseful one, it can be a happy one, a sad one, however you see it. Movies are the magic that still connects us, and they will be the magic that is still here long after we're gone. And with each film that is turned on, the souls of those actors, those directors, those filmmakers, those actors, those writers will still be there long after we are not here. So here's to that. Here's to movies. Here's to Sinners. Here's to One Battle, Sentimental Value, Bugonia, F1, K-pop Demon Hunters, everybody involved with filmmaking. This is for you. Here we go. It won't come out. I'm gonna just have to. Here we go. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. This is a video unlike anything I've ever done before. I really hope you guys appreciated it. I will see you guys for Project Hail Mary. I'll see you guys for Project Hail Mary, because that movie looks great and I can't wait to watch it. Oh God. Okay, thank you for watching. Shit. Like and subscribe and all this shit. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. And all this shit I'm supposed to say. Thank you. Thank you.